What's up, my precious little pack, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. So it's going to log in, it's going to do some gameplay for the Alien Strike, and I'm going to do that, but I logged in and I saw this, the A.X.I.S Event, and it's all pre-built ships, tokens, reusable items, and stuff like that, and I mean, everything down here, this is all credits. What's the good thing about credits? They're all instant equip, and we can get 10 of them all, so I'm going to gun run through whatever they put in front of me to get whatever I can, credit-wise. And I mean, I'm currently building an Enforcer battleship, and being able to double it and have a second array prepped and ready will be pretty nice. And I can just start refitting this thing that's going with this event. Refit tokens. They're not classified yet, as I can see, as I'm recording this. It's just ship refit tokens. That means any ship. So I'm going to intentionally put buying off all the tokens to the very last, but I'm going to pick up everything I possibly can. But quick rundown of prizes: Enforcer battleship, Vindicator cutter, Guardian cruiser, Suppressor, Exterminator destroyer, Annihilator battleship, Decimator cutter, and the one and only Punisher cruiser. The Xeno Division boys, they're almost half the price that the A.X.I.S are. They're almost just as strong, they just lose a bit of resistance against plasma, because they don't have any. Xeno Cluster missiles, all of these are credits. We can get 10 of each of these, so it'll take a lot of resources and a lot of time to go in to get everything from this, but there's a lot of credits in there, especially powerful credits, and then reusable items that I can see being very useful. So I just wanted to quickly mention that I literally just logged in to start doing the recording of showing off a few hits against the 70s and stuff like that to show what I've been doing, earn points in the Alien Strike, and surprise, surprise, here's the next upcoming event. But my prize recommendation for everyone: the Guardian cruiser, the Enforcer battleship, the Xeno disintegrator cannon level 2, 4 of them specifically for the Guardian cruiser, and then the Xeno shatter driver level 2s for your Enforcer battleship. You're going to be using the cannons for the Guardian, the shatter cannons for the Enforcer battleship. And next thing I'd recommend going for, those refit tokens, but save up and get enough to buy all of them, but wait till after the event is over and you can't earn points anymore to pick up the credits, so you have as long as you can to start refitting with them. Next up, Xeno Armored Thruster. Harmonic is better, so I wouldn't collect it. But for anyone who does think it would be good, pick it up. Then, the next one I could recommend, the iodine... Having a clogged nose and trying to talk sucks. This one. The anodized resistor level 3. And I would say pick up 2 of them, or 3 of them, if you want to put one on the Enforcer battleships. You mark upgrades, just like with the Guardian cruiser. And at Mark 4, I believe, it unlocks its second... slots. You know, Mark 2 gets the first resistor slot, and then Mark 4 and Mark 5 gets the second. And I can't say it's hard to mark upgrade them, because every time it comes available, I always get a few mark upgrades for my boys. But last but not least, as always, pick up the resources. If you don't want to farm it, save yourself the time and pick up the resources. Other than that, I don't think there's much else in there that I'd recommend, other than just picking up miscellaneous things here and there so you can fill out some old holes that you may still need to fill in. But on to the main event, the Alien Sector Strike hits. Oh, bit of lag there. Should already have an 80. That's what I was targeting. I was hitting the 80s. I'm hitting the 80s because they give 120,000 per hit, and I usually take about 2 hours repair time. Naturally, since they're the Ancient Reapers, they outrange me, so I try and make them waste the first barrage by having my carrying stuff moving backwards away from the fight. And then after they fire the first barrage on my little guys, which are my what are the Furies? Since I equipped the Fury drones, they're what takes the brunt, while the man. Being sick is just messing me up.
We're engaging.
Let's go after that one. But you'll see what I mean. I'll just stop talking about it and I'll just show you, because I'm going to try and focus all my sicky brain power into one area. And thank you for any and all support on any of the series. Haze. Yeah. As always, I cluster up my ships because I don't really care if they take excess damage from splash damage, because I mean the aliens typically target one ship over the rest anyways. Especially true with the Ancient Reapers.
Moving out. Engines online. Plotting course.
But this is what I mean. These boys come in range, the squadrons go out after them, and these guys don't attack, so you don't have to worry about them doing damage. As you can see, they're not fighting back. And attacking them wasted the first barrage. So now you just gun run after the first one. What I do is, as they're attacking, I spread my boys out so that they don't take splash damage. So as soon as they close in for the kill, I make... Oh yes, and another thing. When the projectiles like this, they only do about 50% damage from what I've noticed, so face hug them, because as they fire, you're going to take less damage anyways, so that's another benefit. Typically, the only thing that ever loses its shield is the carrier, but you'll see why in about 30 seconds. And see, there we go, firing the next barrage, and look at that. The first barrage almost destroyed shield. Second barrage, nothing. And I tend to move the ships up bit by bit. Now comes the barrage that destroys the carrier shield, but take a close look at the amount of health I've lost. I only tend to lose about 10% per fleet fight. And that's that. Shields across the rest of the ships are all there, and I mean I can take that out, and that's only about a 25-minute repair time. I believe it's always been the same. The carrier. You face all those can't do full damage. There we go. Yeah. But just these simple little things. And the reason I use my cruisers is just because of this. I noticed it when I started fighting the Ancient Reapers and stuff like that with my plasma. Same stands true to the Blitz Reapers. The closer you are to their ships, from what I've noticed, you take less damage. And as you can see, all the cruisers, including the Punisher, still had their shielding intact at the end of that fight. The only thing that lost its shields was the carrier. But I'm away from the back, and I'm going to show you the repair time. It's not free, but I mean you can easily knock off half an hour worth of repair time just by doing the 5-minute free thing. But sooner my guys, the fleet gets back, I'll show you the repair time. But it honestly, I can do the 80s, and when the 90s are available, I can do the 90 Blitz Reapers very easily. And the damage is fairly well squared across each ship. Around 25 minutes, like I said. Well, 28. But it's typically under half an hour for every single ship. Because if it was half an hour, it'd be 3 hours. But that's how I've been doing the Reapers. I face hug them, because when their plasma doesn't get the chance to go into its second stage fire, its damage is halved. So if you take the cruisers and it does that little bit of AoE, it's a little bit more deadly and dangerous. But I mean, you could easily have one Guardian cruiser equipped with shields and in a fleet of them face hug the Ancient Reaper and make it lose its effectiveness through its high damage output just by having it simply lose all of it in a single ship and only do half of it. And the Reapers that are going with the Ancient Reapers aren't much of a threat. That's one reason I use the Guardian Cruisers over the Annihilator battleships, the Enforcer battleships, stuff like that. I do field them and use them, but I've just been focusing on things that I see that I need more. And there's a few fleets, such as the new Axis Division ones and stuff like that, that allow us to use a little bit more brain power to knock out the entirety of the fleet, so I'm putting together my Enforcers. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here, everybody. What are your thoughts on the upcoming A.X.I.S Event? What are your thoughts on the Alien Strike so far? Points payout in the lower hits is abysmal to the damage that you take from what I've noticed, but as I said before, you can take the 5 minutes off. If you have a fleet like mine, you could very easily lower the repair time. And I mean, we all saw that if I played with the carrier a little bit more and moved it and changed the fitting of it, I could probably move it out of the way of danger and have it behind the Guardian Cruisers during the next barrage, so all of them keep their shields and they take that reduced damage, and only take the 10% bypass damage that is done to them. But I think that's about it. Bit of a surprise for the A.X.I.S event, and that's the first one from December. That's the first event that's starting in December. The Alien Strike is ending from before that, and that's it. I'm going to stop babbling on and stuff like that. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps. The views are just as important. And as always, everybody, I'll see you later.